Hello YouTube, I am the Divinity Gamer, and welcome to how to get new spaceships in No Man's Sky. The first way you can get a new spaceship in No Man's Sky is if you've pre-ordered the game, you can unlock a free ship from your pre-order copy. To do this, what you need to do is click the options button on your controller and head over to the far right tab. There are options to unlock your pre-order ship once you get there. Once you have a new ship, you're asked to move inventory to it. Be sure not to leave anything important behind, or you'll lose it. I think the ship actually stays behind where it was, so you could potentially get your stuff back if you did leave it in the ship though. Another way you can get a ship in No Man's Sky is you can find crash ships and repair them. I personally haven't found one of these yet, but I do know they exist, and I think you need to repair them just like you would your starting ship, so you probably need to collect some resources if you don't already have them in order to get those working again. Finally, the easiest way to get a ship in No Man's Sky, if you haven't pre-ordered, in my opinion, is to buy a ship from an NPC. Now, all NPCs seem to be willing to sell their ships. I haven't found one that isn't, and for varying prices depending on what kind of modules the ship has and what how fast it is, what kind of slots it has for equipment, all that stuff. The most expensive ship I've personally seen so far is 1.5 million, which is way too expensive for my taste, at least right now. And the cheapest I found is about 50,000, which is probably actually worse than the starting ship. The one I ended up buying first was a 200,000 ship, and it works pretty well. It has a lot of extra slots and a lot of extra storage. I don't know how I'd be getting by in the starter ship right now. The current ship I have actually has one more slot than the starting ship that you would get if you pre-ordered. So that one costs about 200k as well. Now, if you want to get these, what you have to do is you have to walk up to an NPC ship that has landed. You can find them in starports, which are found both in space and on planets. The first one I ever found was on my starting planet. It was like 200 meters from where I spawned. I walked up to it, and I got my first ship right there. You are going to need a lot of credits if you're going to want to buy one of these, so you're going to want to save up beforehand. Make sure you've sold everything, because it would be a real shame if you needed to sell and the ship that you wanted landed right in front of you and you couldn't afford it. So you always want to make sure you sell your resources before you start looking for ships, because they don't stick around very long, and you'll probably lose your opportunity if you find the ship you want. Now, in order to buy these ships from them, what you need to do is you need to go up to them and press square on their spaceship. It'll open up a little dialog box, and then you need to ask them to buy their ship. It'll tell you the price at the bottom in the green dialog box, much like the dialog box you see from the pre-order ship. And then you can move your things over to that new ship, and you can accept to buy the ship. Now, my old ship actually stayed docked at that starport, so I'm pretty sure the ship should stick around. If you did accidentally leave something in there, don't freak out. And you can also decide to fly your old ship if you decide to for some reason after buying a new ship. So this may be a way in which you can buy ships for other players if you ever run into them. That's all for this video. I hope you enjoyed it. Be sure to like, subscribe, and leave a comment below if you have any questions, and I'll see you next time in No Man's Sky.